Welcome to the XFO Intelligence Podcast. You know, in an era where wealth management has become, increasingly sophisticated, it's just so easy to become mesmerized by the dazzle of portfolio performance and complex asset allocation. But, a fundamental truth remains obscured, and that truth is that a true family office is not merely an investment office. It is, in fact, a complex living system. Yeah, and it's designed to do something far more important than just compound capital. It's designed to nurture the multidimensional legacy of a family across generations. This distinction, right, it isn't just a matter of words. It represents the critical difference between preserving wealth and preserving the family itself. At its heart, a family office exists to serve a purpose far more profound than maximizing returns. So while investment management remains a vital function, it is merely one component, one piece within a comprehensive ecosystem that addresses the full spectrum of a family's needs. I want you to think of this ecosystem as managing, say, 5 interconnected forms of capital, and these together constitute true family wealth. So first, there's financial capital. This is the foundation, the investments, the assets, the cash flows, all of it providing security and opportunity. Yet even here, the family office perspective differs fundamentally. You see, decisions aren't just about risk-adjusted returns. They consider alignment with family values, tax implications across generations, and how liquidity can support broader family goals. Second, you have human capital, and this represents the capabilities, the skills, and the character of the family members themselves. The most advanced family offices, they invest as heavily in developing next-generation leaders as they do in any financial asset. Okay, so this means funding education, supporting career development, and creating meaningful roles for family members to contribute their unique talents. Third is intellectual capital. This encompasses the family's collective knowledge and wisdom, the documented family history, the value statements, the governance structures. It's the institutional memory that prevents each generation from having to solve the same age-old challenges from scratch. Fourth, there is social capital. This refers to the relationships, the networks, and the reputation the family has cultivated over time. These connections with advisors, community leaders, and business partners, they often prove more valuable than financial assets during a crisis. And finally, there's legacy capital. Passionately, this embodies the family's purpose and its enduring contribution to society. It answers the most fundamental question: what difference does our wealth make in the world? Right? This is where philanthropy, stewardship, and defining family values really come to life. Perhaps the most profound distinction between a family office and an investment office lies in their time horizons. You see, investment firms operate on quarterly reporting cycles. Family offices, on the other hand, think in decades and even centuries. This extended time frame fundamentally alters decision-making. An investment manager might reject an illiquid opportunity due to short-term volatility. A family office, however, might embrace that same opportunity because it aligns with a 50-year vision. It recognizes that the most valuable assets, things like family unity, reputation, institutional knowledge, they compound slowly but appreciate dramatically over the long run. This perspective also reshapes risk management. While investment offices measure risk through volatility and drawdowns, family offices have to consider existential risks, things like broken trust, a loss of shared values, or a failure to prepare successors. Seriously, a family can recover from a 30% portfolio decline, sure, but it may never recover from a fundamental breakdown in intergenerational trust. Because in financial markets, capital is the primary currency. Emphatically, but in family systems, trust is the foundational asset upon which everything else depends. It accumulates slowly through consistent positive interactions, but it can evaporate in an instant. The most successful family offices understand that maintaining this trust velocity is critical. It's about deliberately creating opportunities for collaboration and transparent communication across generations. The true measure of this living system emerges during a crisis, a market downturn, a family conflict, a health emergency. A resilient family office demonstrates its worth by rapidly reallocating resources, activating its deep network of relationships, and, most importantly, using its core values as an anchor to prevent panic-driven decisions. So, for families establishing or evolving their office, what are the practical takeaways? First, start with purpose, not structure. Before hiring staff or designing committees, you have to clarify the family's core values and vision. Second, invest in relationships as heavily as you invest in assets. Family meetings, retreats, and communication training are not expenses. No, they are investments in the infrastructure upon which everything else depends. And finally, think in generations, not quarters. You have to evaluate every major decision, not just for its financial implications, but by asking, how will this affect family unity in 20 years? Does this prepare the next generation for stewardship? A family office that functions merely as an investment office is like a body with a healthy heart, but no brain, no limbs, and no soul. It may survive, but it cannot thrive or fulfill its purpose. For more private insights like these and to learn about our future events, we invite you to join the XFO Connect community. You can do so by sending an email directly to xfointelligence@gmail.com. Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. If your family were to write its own mission statement today, would its success be measured in market cycles or in generations?